Hello, my name's Mark Jeary. I'm the Distracted Baker. How are you? I'm fine, thanks for asking. So today we're going to be making some really simple recipes, some peanut butter cookies. This is your ingredient and equipment list. Pause here while you gather these items and at any point in the video, should you need more time. The very simple peanut butter cookie recipe. So you need 3 ingredients. Those. See, this is the thing I do. Another word I am is clumsy. So we're going to start, but this is still good. This is fine, it's not a problem. And we need a bowl. So, ovens. Big problem with ovens is sometimes they're fan assisted and sometimes they're a fan oven. If you've got a fan oven, brilliant, you shouldn't have any problems. If you've got a fan assisted oven and it doesn't, your bake isn't too even, don't worry too much, it will be your oven, because a lot of the time they've got heat from the top that's really quite intense, or from the back of the sides, and just a fan kind of swirling that around a bit, and it doesn't really give you an even bake. So it's not your fault. You'll still get a decent bake and you'll still be able to do it, but it won't be perfect. But who's perfect? Are you perfect, Heather?
Not
no,
perfect.
No. Are you perfect, Jay?
No.
That's good. Just me then. So right, let's put the oven on, and so we're going to put the oven on to 180 degrees, comme ça, and then on a fan. All right, so that's that, and I'm going to take out the lemon that was in there to make it smell nice. Let's see what we need today. So we've got a bowl, sugar, peanut butter, an egg, wooden spoon, jar spoon. So in this, the massive thing that I keep forgetting, here we go, scales. You gotta have scales. You gotta have scales. It was a George Michael song. I know it's faith. You gotta have faith. So scales are really important. A lot of people that I know with ADHD, including me, like skipping things because it's just more convenient and you're just thinking about the end result. Don't skip a single thing. Make sure you have these ingredients. You can have any peanut butter, it doesn't matter. You can have any kind of sugar. Caster sugar is great, but granulated sugar is fine. And you know, eggs or agar or whatever kind of binding agent you're going to have. So in the amounts that I tell you, because otherwise it won't be the same. So don't go, well, I've got flour and I've got custard, and put them together, and you know, you won't quite get the result. This happened to me before. I've done, well, not custard flour, because that'd be stupid. Tangent. Take a piece of that roughly fits your baking tray. And these never work properly. Just to line your baking parchment, something like that. Really simple, job done. So that's that. And then this, we are going to put in about 250 grams, and I've got a tablespoon as well, which is helpful, of peanut butter. Make sure it's stirred as well. I love the crunchy stuff, it just works a bit better. 230, a wee bit more, we should be about there. Excuse fingers. Oh, damn, really annoys me. 5 more. There we go, 251. I'll take that. And then into that, we're going to put in 190 grams of caster sugar. So you can work out, if you put 190 on 250, it's 440, right? So 440, dead, all right, 440. And 1 egg, literally, it's as simple as this. Put your egg in, 1 egg. And then put that in the oven. And mate, that'll be...
You had me there.
You did, didn't you? See, Julie doesn't cook. She doesn't bake, that's for sure. She relies on her husband to do that, which is fine. So just mix all this together. Just make sure it's really well incorporated. This makes as many biscuits as you want, really, but they're very sweet. I wouldn't reduce the sugar in it too much. I tried to do that once and they kind of burn a little bit. They taste good, they're very crumbly, so you can probably reduce the sugar by 20, 30 grams if you want to, but the biscuit won't be quite as good. It'll be a little less crumbly, right? So that just stirred together, and I'm making a lot of noise, so I'm going to just do that.
Is that a good noise, Heather?
Yeah. There's a bit of Foley going on.
A bit of Foley going on, she's going to steal that. I don't know what Foley means either. I thought it was a surname. So
It was a surname.
it is a surname of my cousins actually. My cousins are Foleys, yeah.
Tangent.
Yes, so now we get a teaspoon. We just take this off here. Just make sure you get everything out. Right. This is fun. I like doing this. Right, so get rid of your spoon. And baking tray. 1 large teaspoon, roughly. Right. This is how you do this. It's really technical. You go like that. You do a little splodge, right? Get a little splodge there. Just what I'd normally do is eat that, but I'm trying to kind of be relatively health and safety conscious. I'm not. So again, large teaspoons, just room between them because they're going to spread a wee bit. These are a kind of chewy biscuit as well, so make sure. Don't worry if you feel like they're not, and they're also different sizes. You know what? You can adjust them a little bit, but you know it's fine. They'll cook as they're supposed to cook. Just try and get them roughly the same size. This isn't about perfection at all. It's about progress, right? And it's also about being able to do something that tastes good, and these taste really good, I've got to say. My other half is so happy that I'm going to be making these because he comes home and just ignores me and just goes straight to the cake and then says, "What else you got me?" Punch it in my face, rather than "Hi honey, I'm home," which would be nice. So I cook to get rid of the sadness. That's not true. I'm a very happy person. I'm rambling. Please join in. Tangent.
That'll be a tangent.
Yes, with a tangent button. We're probably going to have a tangent button for every time I go off on a tangent, but the reason Heather and Julie don't say anything is because it's personally funny for them.
We just enjoy the banter.
You completely. So here we go. Now the thing is, you might run out because this actually makes quite a lot. So repeat the process on another sheet. Yeah. So what we'll do that. Pop that over there. Bit Blue Peter, right? So these are ready to go in the oven, simple as that, but the oven just needs to be warm. So make sure the oven's been on for about 10 minutes and your light's gone off. Don't put it in before then because your oven's cold. Also, make sure you put it on the right thing because sometimes it's just freezing cold. And
Cold
put them in the
ovens
oven.
don't work then?
Cold ovens don't work. But what they do is you put things in them and then after about 20 minutes you go up to the oven and you realise it's not on and then you cry. I've done that probably 17 times.
Cry a lot.
This week. Emotions.
I cry a lot when I'm baking too. I say ouch a lot too.
You say ouch?
I say ouch a lot.
What, when you're not in pain?
And oops when I'm baking.
Oh, when you're baking, ouch and oops.
Ouch and oops.
Just for no reason. Just like, and here the oops, and oops.
Tangent. Stand by for an incoming message from future me who's completely forgotten something and just remembered.
Something else you can do, actually, that I didn't do, is you just push them down with a little fork. Would be a helpful thing to do. I'm going to pop these in the oven for 6 to 8 minutes. I am going to use the timer, so make sure you time it right. Use the timer on the oven, or use a very well-known timer, 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Starting now.
So if you've got something like that, it's even better because she does loads of alarms. So just pop them in, middle of the oven, and shut the door, and that's it. So we're just going to wait between 6 and 8 minutes for those to finish. So while they're in the oven, hello, hello, the Catty and Trixie. Hi.
Tangent. I don't know what I'm talking about.
So these are actually, if you can look at these now, and you can start to see they've started to spread out a wee bit.
I can't see them.
To stop, that was timing and a half, wasn't it? I'm looking at the boom going like, that's where the camera is. Hello. I'm just going to have a quick look. Archie, move. Good boy. We'll give them a quick touch. They're not quite ready yet, so I'm just going to give them another minute because they're quite large. Timer 1 minute. So they
1 minute. Starting now.
So they should still be soft when you take them out the oven. They shouldn't be hard and firm because they're not. They're a kind of chewy biscuit, and they kind of crisp up when they cool down. So initially we'll just leave them on the paper for about 10 minutes.
Sorry, I got Archie's chewing my foot.
Archie is chewing Judy's
And
foot.
again.
And Archie's real name is Liberace, and I just need to make that very clear. He's not related to our prince. There is no reason why. It's nothing to do with the prince. It's to do with the fact he's Liberace and his middle name is Versace.
Archie. Hey, buddy.
Tangent. It's another one.
Anyway, so distraction. So here are our peanut butter cookies. Something else you can do, actually, that I didn't do, is you just push them down with a little fork. Would be a helpful thing to do. So we're just going to pop them there to just cool down a wee bit. So I'm just touching them and going, and they're very, very soft and gooey, which is absolutely fine. We just got to leave them. Leave them alone. Don't touch it. You know when your mum says, don't touch it. Ow, did I burn you as well then? I just pushed a finger onto the hot and off we went to the burns unit.
Banned smacking up here, so
We've banned smacking, yeah, but not children. We smack adults. What's wrong with me? Sometimes I say stuff and I know it's bad and I don't mean it. Just you need to know that my intentions are always good. Promise. But sometimes it seems like I'm really evil. I think I'm a bit. Evil person.
You can totally put like a bum bum bum.
What? Don't breathe into your bowl, it's not hygienic. Hygiene.
Tangent. Yep. And again.
They're ready to move. You can just see they're just coming away. So we're going to just pop them on the cooling rack because otherwise they can get a little bit greasy underneath. That's the grease-proof paper. And then normally as well, this recipe will probably make about, basing it on this, we'll probably get a good 20 decent sized cookies out of that. So these are the peanut cookies, and I reckon they're going to be really nice. They're nice and kind of gooey in the middle, and
they're going you up.
they're nice. You can try one.
Good.
You're going to get in. Tell us what you think.
Oh, look at the dog.
I'll give them a bit in a minute.
Okay.
So they're crispy on the outside, and they're gooey on the middle. Gluten-free, right? Gluten-free, potentially vegan, three ingredients, really nice. Archie. Good boy, sit. Good boy. Oh, okay.
Don't forget to subscribe on the link below, The Distracted Baker, and follow us on Instagram at Distracted Baker for more recipes.